and I think probably like another match win to be on our next match. If it's like a nice like 2-0, I think we'll probably be set up for the rest of the stage.
Hey guys, this is Pedro back with another interview, this time covering VCT Americas Stage 1 2025. My guest at this time is none other than Cryo of 100 Thieves, coming off of their victory over Evil Geniuses in week 2 of said competition. So Cryo, thank you so much for the chance for the interview. Gotta give you the congrats once again for the W. A good bounce back victory, I would say, over the results from last week at the hands of Sentinel. So, you know, having to bounce back, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling super good. Um, Not only in just like my performance, but also our overall like team play and synergy. Um, I mentioned it earlier, but it reminded me of our run in stage 1 last year. This match, so really hope we're going in the right direction.
Definitely the onus was there for the team to at the very least put up a much better showing after losing at the hands of Sentinels in the first week of stage 1. You guys managed to do that. But what I want to ask you though, Cryo, is what do you feel was the most important aspects the team focused on, in in the week leading up to today, that basically happened in the server.
Um, our main focus was probably just making sure that we're fighting together, and no matter what, always supporting your teammate and their play. Even if it's not comms, you can always make a plan on the fly, and I think that was been our main focus this past week. And I think it probably showed in the match today.
Not probably. I think it definitely showed against EG, another team that was looking to continue their momentum after winning their first match of their stage 1 run. But now I kind of want to jump into the series real quick, more so just dissecting the two maps, more specifically. First off, in Fracture, you got put on the chamber once again. It's been a long time since you played that agent. Got to go back all the way to kickoff last year, in which we last saw you play chamber. I want to know if you can kind of share what's the rationale from the team in having you be put on that agent for that map. What were some of the strengths that the agent showed, and how did that said strengths relay into the match against EG?
Um, Fracture's definitely Chamber's best map, to be honest. Just how the map is and how it works. It's really super easy for him to control a lane out of the 4. And I mean, when we were thinking about comps, I don't know. We just thought all the other Sentinels were like okay. Um, if we were to not play Chamber, we'd probably play like Vice or like Cypher, to be honest. Um, so I don't know. We just kind of tried Chamber and we ended up liking it, so we stuck with it.
It definitely turned out for the better for you. I mean, just want to kind of like also piggyback off of that, your performance on Chamber, but more so just your performance overall. Obviously, once again, it's another match in which you finished as the top performing player for your team in a given match. Just want to ask you, just sort of like, how have you viewed your performance overall in this competition? Well, more so the entire year overall, I would say, including kickoff, and stage 1. What do you feel has been going right for you so far, in this year, Cryo?
I think I think my comms have been pretty strong these past few weeks. So, but I mean, like mechanically or like like scoreboard wise, probably not the best. But I mean, um, as a competitor, like I believe that I'm one of the best players in the world. I think it's good for any competitor to have that confidence. Um, just waiting for that right time to like right opportunity to show it and the right roster and the right team. Um, yeah.
Yeah, and going over into Haven, the such a stretch that you've been on continued, finishing with a 26-13 KD to average kills per. I don't know how to describe it, but you get the point. You play pretty well. Um, I want to ask you about not just focusing on Haven, but more so your play of the ISO, because now we're in a meta in which if you play Haven, you gotta play ISO, you gotta play like another duelist, mostly Yoru or Neon, which is what you guys have been doing. Um, you've been playing a lot more of different agents like the ISO this year specifically, and it's one that in which Rib asked you about in the post-match or post-match interview in the broadcast. How much emphasis has it been for you to just be more versatile than you already were before this year? How was the approach in terms of just being more versatile, and what do you feel you had to do, or more so, what you had to change in order to be such a much more better player?
I think I've always been playing a ton of agents, especially, I mean, the last 2 years, on 2024 and 2025. I mean, 2024, I flexed to Gecko, Astra, playing like a wide variety of agents, and that's just kind of how it ended up with this roster. Um, if a comp doesn't have double duelists, then for the most part, I'll probably be flexing and have a Peter or Asuna on duelist. Um, I mean, for me, I'm willing to play any agent that this team needs, and I think we have a system where it'll all work out in the end.
Has there been any agents in which you still kind of feel like a bit iffy with? You still feel like you're not like 100% fully there for you?
No, I don't think so. Yeah, I mean, I'm playing like 6 different agents right now. I feel pretty comfortable on all of them.
Do you feel like you're playing at your best? In this year being as such as a flex type of player compared to last year, given that you kind of listed out the comparisons between 2024 and 2025.
Um, no, obviously not. I don't think a player will be their best on every single role in the game. I think that's just kind of impossible. But we're making it work, and like I said, I'm willing to play any agent that this team needs.
Oh, for sure. If we see you play like a crazy agent, like maybe Waylay or something like that, or maybe even like Deadlock, well, I mean, it'll be expected for your standards, Cryo. So be looking out on that. One other thing that I want to ask you about more so, just sort of the bouncing back of this team. It's more so just comparing it from last year to this year, and when I say that. I'm talking about stage one 2024 stage and also stage one of this year. You kind of mentioned it also like in the post match interview prior to this recording about or maybe even like earlier on in this actual conversation about seeing the similarities between the state of the team back then and right now, given that you kind of had like the struggle in the early stages of a season, and so how'd you kind of compare both sides of both versions of the team from your point of view?
I think it was similar that we started off the season not so good, and then we kind of had that one win where we just kind of like our confidence kind of like skyrocketed, and we just kind of snowballed the rest of the tournament. I think that could be happening, but despite our win today, over in our scrims like the past week, almost 2 weeks, I think overall our whole team is just like really like our confidence has just increased just because of the way how, like I said, the way we fight off each other and the way we set each other up. Um, we're like really strong in like the micro fights and like the low number situation fights. Um, yeah, I think just overall we're just feeling super confident.
Scale of 1 to 10, where do you kind of rank the team right now from your point of view?
Probably probably like 7 to 8.
Mm-hmm.
I still think there's room to improve, and I think we'll still hopefully reach that peak form.
What is one aspect that you feel like if the team takes care of it 100% from now until like the end of the group stage, it'll jump the team up all the way to like 10? What do you feel is the one thing that the team you feel the team needs to control? Or maybe is there many things that you feel the team has to kind of address first and foremost before you guys can make that jump?
I think just kind of holding this consistency, and I think probably like another match win to be on our next match. If it's like a nice like 2-0, I think we'll probably be set up for the rest of the stage.
As we know the story of 100 Thieves from 2024, uh, despite losing in the first match of stage one, you guys were able to bounce back and go all the way, win stage one, move on to the ensuing masters. What's the confidence level like for you? Do you feel like the team is going to be able to do the same thing this time around?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I even messaged all the guys last night. I said, uh, this week of scrims has had me feeling like the best I've ever felt like in like 3 months. So we were feeling pretty good the night going into this match.
Oh, for sure, man. That's definitely a good emotion to have, especially in this part of the season, which everything is kind of like high stakes, and the need to perform from the jump is very high. And so, yeah, I mean, we already know the story of how that 100 Thieves squad panned out for the better, of course, and hopefully the same kind of thing can happen for this year's squad. I was fortunate to talk to you when you guys won stage one last year, so hopefully maybe I can do the same thing. I don't want to jinx it, maybe I already am. Just forget what I'm saying right now, but nevertheless, Cryo, gotta give my thanks to you for the opportunity for this interview. Really do appreciate it. I really do appreciate talking to the most chill man of 100 Thieves, that is for without a doubt. So thank you so much, and best of luck goes to you for the road ahead.
Thank you.